Will the Speaker be able to maintain her position? What is Assemblyman Seeley planning? Who else is involved in the schemes against the Speaker? Persecution, politics, and pizza plots. It's all here on today's edition of the COTH Report.
Welcome to the COTH Report for June 29th, 2023. I'm Felicity Hornblower.
And I'm Beatrix Boffin. Legislators were up bright and early this morning, banding together to discuss policy and formulate their plans for the day. And the name that was on everyone's lips? Assemblyman Seeley.
Following the revelation that Seeley was the defector from the Patriot Party that allowed for the appointment of Speaker Prather, the Patriot Party censured Seeley, rendering him unable to vote or join caucuses.
The Patriot Party was quick to label Seeley as a traitor, but Seeley claims otherwise, stating that he is the only member of the Patriots who is actually loyal to the party platform.
I'm Assemblyman Seeley, she, them. Tomorrow I will be a he, she. Patriot Party, they are for control. They don't believe in any other planks or platforms or any of that. All of it is so that they may win.
He also stated his reasons for distancing himself from the Patriots has to do with the fact that they do not support his gender identity.
I don't get much respect for being a she, they some days.
Even in your own Patriot Party?
Even in the Patriot Party.
When we caught up with the party leader Gale later and asked him about his refusal to affirm Seeley's identity, he did not present an impressive defense.
I'm curious to hear whether he or she,
Or
we still
they,
haven't discovered
or
because he
they.
calls himself they, she, he, so there's obviously some
Gender fluidity.
Seeley's claim that Patriots discriminated against him was substantiated later in the day, when Patriot Party members called another caucus, removing their plank affirming gender identity and equality from their party platform.
All right, so there's been a plank for the Patriot Party that said that we strictly agree with the LGBTQ, I think, ideology that came from a specific party member that's currently been censored because there have been some communication between both sides that I think we don't all agree with, but we all decided in a meeting today that we decided to cut that out as part of our plank, and instead we still have part of our plank explaining equality for all, religion for all, and we believe that this was a smart move on our end.
Despite banishing Seeley from their caucuses, the Patriots refused to let them leave the party just yet.
Are you going to let him switch?
We'll have to talk. Honestly, we still don't know, but as of right now, maybe not.
He knows what he's doing and he has plans, so we just need to keep watch.
But the Assembly member certainly seems to be getting ready to leave. Late this morning, they transferred all their current income out of her personal account into a separate fundraising account.
Upon hearing this news, we immediately launched an investigation, catching up with the State Controller Mendoza to see if we could find out more.
We heard that Assemblyman Seeley transferred his funds from his personal account into a fundraising account. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I think that he might be trying to switch from his current party, the Patriot Party, over to the other party. And excuse me, I realized I'm using the wrong pronouns. She is trying to move over to the other party.
Assembly member Seeley may have a more nefarious objective behind these transfers than income security.
I've heard about ice cream. I've heard about pizza. I'm not exactly sure what they're planning to do, but I'm pretty sure it involves food at some point.
Later today, it was revealed that members of the Constitutionalist Party also transferred funds into Seeley's account. When questioned about these transactions, the legislators claimed the funds were for a pizza party. But the state controller said otherwise.
There's a lot of conspiracies going on around right now, but all I know is that multiple individuals from one party are transferring their funds into his fundraising account. The reason, I'm not sure why, but I'm trying to figure it out myself.
It appears that the legislators are using Pizza Fund as a pseudonym account name in order to embezzle money to promote Seeley's agenda.
It's evident these pizza party planners are planning more than just a party. An overthrow of the current administration, perhaps?
An anonymous informant slipped us this note earlier. a business card for, quote, elite voter fraud services.
The person in possession of said business card remains unknown, but based on the evidence presented earlier, we believe certain inferences can be made. Whether or not said person has enlisted the services of said business remains to be seen.
To speak on the matter, we'd like to welcome back our wondrous former Governor England.
Well, I just left session where they were talking about the Candyland bill, and the speaker was doing an awesome job running the floor. I have the most confidence in her that she's going to do a great job. As far as the assemblyman, and I'm not sure the he, they, them, their, these, z, x, y, g, I'm not really sure. I'm a little confused. What I am concerned about and certain of is that families should stick together, and that blood is thicker than water. And I'm hearing some things about loyalty. And I think when you give your word to someone and someone trusts you, when you break that trust, it really, really is difficult to build that trust back. Which brings me to another point. I am hearing rumors that we have some legislators that believe they found a way in the rules to overthrow staff. Now, this is not my first rodeo, and we've been doing City on the Hill for 35 years, so it may be a new idea to you, but it was tried years ago, and it's sort of set up to not be able to happen again. So the only thing I would say to those who are trying to overthrow us is bless your heart.
Perhaps the reason why few Assembly members seem to be bothered by the news of Assemblyman Seeley is due to the business and busyness of the floor today, where legislators were hard at work, writing and presenting resolutions.
Rights for helicopters, later bedtimes, and the addition of archery were all discussed in the afternoon session. But by far the most hotly debated topic was Assemblyman Villanueva's resolution on the installation of alarms in all legislative quarters.
Even Governor England spoke up on the matter, stating that City on the Hill funds would be put to better use by the purchase of caffeine, not clocks.
Here's the thing, you can get coffee in the morning all you want, but you can either bring an alarm clock to camp, or you can give an extra $50 and you can buy one for camp. But if we take it out of the City on the Hill budget, then staff, I'm not talking about the coffee you guys get. I'm talking about the good stuff from Dutch Brothers that we get every afternoon. So that's why it's coffee before clocks. Hashtag coffee before clocks.
Assemblyman Villanueva disagreed.
I think alarm clocks are more important than coffee, because statistically speaking, coffee costs more than alarm clocks.
Unfortunately, neither clocks nor coffee will be purchased for Assembly members, though there's no doubt they'll need both to make it through tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of the COTH Report,
Your unbiased news source.